and the major shift in development in the world today from traditional North American, European economic dominance to the establishment of the BRIC and the G20 are clear indications there's a major economic realignment of strength, and the 300 million Chinese that are aspiring to become middle class all are drivers to show a long-term strong demand profile for not only gold but all hard commodities.
Could you highlight the 3 most important risks that can affect your industry and how you would deal with them?
Well, I don't know if our industry and or our company, because they're slightly different, but I'll address both. The challenge to the industries is maintaining what I think addressed what we talked about at the beginning of this interview, is that the industry has a new set of responsibilities that has to adapt to more rigorously to the environment and the community than ever before. It has to adapt technologically because the challenges of where the metals are present are more challenging every day. And it has to be more instinctive about its preservation, given that we live in a very changing economic order. And those 3 cents, I had really the financial terms, currencies, cost structures, are all very key part of the industry in the next 50 years. In terms of our company, well, we have diversified ourselves geopolitically from not only Panama, which is very much on an upswing, an economy that's being upgraded by international rating agencies, an economy, a young economy, a rising sun economy that has a bright future ahead of it, at least for the next 25 to 50 years. And where mining will play a predominant and preponderant role in its economy. In Spain, we have a very mature country that is reconnecting with its natural resources and as a challenge to their economic model, which is mature in age, needs revitalization of both historical and traditional. And in this sense, we have arrived at a very opportune moment in probably one of the most largest mineral belts in the world. And so I think that in that sense our company has laid the groundwork well. We need to build on what we have. Having only 6 million ounces of gold, silver resource reserve base, our goal is to reach 10 million, and we'll be carrying out both exploration and potential acquisitions to reach that base level as we move to our mid-tier production. In that sense, our great success is a very sensitive operator to the community, to the use of technology and characteristics that are preponderant in today's society. We have brought a good reputation in terms of that. Our sensitivities are being manifested by the community people themselves willing to travel to Spain, such as the mayors of the regions where we work, to bring the message that the Petaquilla Minerals corporate concept is one of community participation, education of the surrounding people to be a value add to the project, and that we will be in a disposition to evaluate all technologies that will increase efficiency and production in what is a very age-old industry.
Well, you've pretty much kind of answered the next question, but I'd still like some more detail. A man of vision such as yourself must have Petaquilla in mind 5 or 10 years down the line. Could you share your vision with us?
Well, I think that that Panama and Petaquilla have a very definitive image, and that our challenge to us is not only to produce the raw materials, but to produce the transformed materials, such as in the case of copper, participate in traditional electro-domestic products, transportation products, and this value add will become a very important part of the strategy as the country moves forward. And in fact, and not only in the manufacturing sector, but later on in the technological sector. And the value add is 200, 300, 400% versus the value of the raw component himself. And I think that as we initiate the Cobre Panama project, the fact that countries like South Korea and Singapore have participated at a visible level shows of the importance in an integrated economic level that Panama affects substantially important economies in Asia by providing raw material, and that these economies in Asia in the midterm provide us with the manufacturing and technological development so we too can benefit from the integrated value add of these products. And I think that that's a given. In the case of Spain, well, it's really about Spain rising to play its role as perhaps the most important natural resource holder in Western Europe, and the role that it already plays in that it has some level of integrated benefit and value add in the secondary use of copper and other base metals, that it will study and more aggressively develop and add technological. And in this sense, looking forward, the whole world inventory of metals and minerals will be something that will probably be achieved in the next 10, 15 years, and man will then have to start to balance the overall world vision of human demand for metal versus the ability of Earth to deliver that metal in an effective social, economic, and environmental structure.
What's been the key to success in Panama recognizing you as a pioneer in responsible mining?
Well, I think that at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. Going to our project and seeing the use of the latest technology,